Obviously, last year there were only a couple times, I think, in the Detroit game and then Seattle where you were used as a gadget piece on offense. It seems they're working you in like that at least early in camp. That might be an overreaction, but how much opportunity in this offense do you think there is for you to contribute on offense?
I think it's a great opportunity. I just got to go out there and work hard and continue to try to earn a spot. But, I think we're all out here competing, and that's just the best part about being a part of the group of guys on this offense. Everyone's competing, and, we're trying to play the best ball that we can. So I think that I can try to contribute any way possible.
Wes Hodkowitz.
Hey, Tyler, do you have me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I just want to ask you again, kind of branching off of that. I'm sure for years, and especially you go back to your time in college with how you produced, you felt like you could do this at this level. What has this road been like for you? And did you ever get down on that at all, or how did you approach it to kind of keep your focus?
It's a grind. I definitely say my journey has been an interesting one, but at the same time, I'm just so grateful. Just to be playing this game, going into my 5th season is truly a blessing. So I'm just enjoying every day. Not taking the day for granted, and just going out there and playing.
Mark Daniels.
Tyler, I know you're kind of excited about maybe some opportunities, in the offense, but you got here on special teams, and how much did you kind of settle into that role, and how good do you think you can be this year on the return game?
The return game is huge. It's always going to be a priority for me. And, I think, like I said, as a group collectively, we made a lot of headway last year. And so we're just going to try to carry that over to this year, and I think we're expecting good things.
Bill Huber.
Hey, Tyler, have you ever gone into a training camp with this kind of opportunity in front of you?
I wouldn't try to compare different training camps. I just look at every time I'm out there, there's an opportunity. So it's just a matter of going out there and trying to play the best ball that I can, obviously having fun, and just let the chips fall where they may.
Ryan Wood.
Tyler, it was December last year when you got here. The punt return game had negative yards on the season, which was historical because no team has ever done that before. Were you aware of just how much that unit was struggling when you got here? What was it like to come into a situation like that, and how in the heck did you turn things around as quickly as you did?
Well, I don't think it was just me. I think the guys just had a tremendous challenge of saying, like, hey, we just want to get this turned around, right? I really wasn't aware of what the situation was before I got here. I just knew kind of coming in, getting to meet some of the guys on teams and just talking to them and seeing, like, how much that they wanted it to just go out there and be better, right? And then so that's always my thing is, hey, I want to be a part of a group of guys who want to go out there and try to be the best. So the best return unit, and, I think like I said, we made a lot of improvement, and we're still going. So we're going to try to get these small things dialed up and, just get things ready to go for the first game for this season.
Jason Wilde.
Hey, Tyler, good to see you. I'm wondering, as Ryan asked you about getting here last year in December, you're learning parts of the playbook. You're just trying to fit in. I know the offseason was not what we all wanted. But how different does it feel for you now where you at least had the virtual offseason? The guys know you, the coaches know what you're capable of. How different is it for you now as opposed to trying to hit the ground running last December?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Obviously, doing Zoom meetings is definitely different from, past seasons and stuff like that. But I think this offseason was a great opportunity to just learn and get the knowledge of different schemes and playbooks on special teams and offense. So I think it was a great asset to be able to have a full off season, even though it wasn't in person, but definitely a different experience, obviously, than just being on a team towards the last couple games of the year versus having like months at a time to really study and get your stuff right.
Rob Domofsky.
Hi, Tyler. Thanks for doing this. How much more diverse do you think the offense will be this year? I know from the outside looking in, you guys didn't add a ton of pieces, but with maybe Jay Sternberger, who came on late, is there a lot more diversity to the offense, and if so, how?
Well, I think we got a lot of playmakers on the team. Even last year, I'm not going to discredit anybody. It's just a matter of us going out there and playing the brand of football that we know we can play. We just have high expectations for everybody. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a great opportunity to go out there and play really good.
Tom Silverstein.
Hey, Tyler, can you hear me okay?
I can. Yep.
Okay, great. So Amanda's going to try to replicate preseason as best he can with some live action, but I'm sure he's probably not going to do any live special teams action. How will you guys be able to get your kick return and punt return units? Is it going to be more difficult than what they're doing on offense and defense?
Well, I'm not sure what we got queued up for, what we're going to be doing, if we're going to be doing any live special teams. But, typically, we're just going to go out there and try to get the fundamentals right. And really, if you kind of just hone in on that stuff, you'll be able to go out there with a solid plan for game one if we don't do anything live. Like I said, I don't know if we will or not. So,
Mike Spofford.
Yeah, Tyler, obviously you made the impact in the return game right away last year, and Coach LaFleur then very quickly was working you in for some snaps on offense. What was it about you think that you made such a strong, good first impression on the head coach?
I don't know. That's not a question for me to answer. I just come in and just try to work hard and just really just give myself the best opportunity that I can. And the only way I know how to do that is just coming out here and trying to be the best player that I can be personally. And I'm not competing against anyone else. I'm just competing against myself, really. And, that's just what happens sometimes. And if coach likes that, then he's going to go ahead and get you in there. So, I just try to follow that same formula even to this day.
Aaron Nagler.
The negotiating window for free agency opened on March 16th. You re-signed on March 30th. Were you talking to other teams by any chance? Was it Packers or bust? Were you waiting by the phone? How did free agency play out for you?
I mean, it worked out just how it needed to work out. I'm back here playing with the Pack, and I couldn't be happier.
Wes Hodkowitz.
Hey, Tyler, I wanted to ask you, last year, Aaron Jones said he was pretty aware of you from the beginning just because you were right up there with him, I think, with some of the college rushing totals. I was just curious how much you knew of Aaron during your time in college and just what that relationship's been like kind of growing with him here in Green Bay.
I did know Aaron without ever meeting him. So it's just like, obviously when you're in college, you're seeing different guys producing and, I actually have seen a lot of his film and I was like, yeah, this guy's kind of like me in a sense, But, he's an amazing athlete, and it's crazy because I spent some time in Baltimore, and I got to know his brother Alvin pretty well too. And so we would always talk about Aaron and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, he's an amazing athlete, and more than that, just an amazing guy. I'm glad to be playing with him.
We'll do a few more. Bill Huber.
Tyler, you're listed as a running back. You're playing a lot of receiver. You have to had a big day today. Do you have much of a receiver background other than like a snap here and a snap there, or is this kind of an all new sort of thing for you?
I'm just out there playing. I mean, I really don't want to get into what's really what and where I'm going and all that, but I'm just coming out here and competing. And for me, that's just what's going to make me just happy. And I'm looking forward to just going out there and doing that every day.
Ryan Wood.
I'm asking this more from a mindset and how you view yourself placed. Do you consider yourself a running back? Do you consider yourself a return specialist? Do you consider yourself both? And those are two very distinctive, different things, but also obviously very important and impactful. So how do you balance the two?
Balancing the two is just a way of life for me, honestly. This is something that I've just had to learn to try to get good at. And really, I just try to see myself as being a person who can play multiple positions. And I'm not really trying to categorize myself because when I feel like I do that, I think I limit myself. So like I said, I'm just going to try to do what I can to contribute to the team, whatever, form that is.